134 episodes in, and it is finally time to bring it on home. Yes, this is indeed the last of the LEGO Marvel's Avengers episodes. For the most part, we will end up covering how to 100% the game, except for a few things that got lost, or a few pieces of footage that got lost elsewhere. I've commented on one of those when it happened back a couple of episodes ago. The other one involves the turtles in the pond in Central Park. It took me a while, but I finally did beat those guys. Unfortunately, that also occurred at a time when my storage device had run out of footage, or run out of storage, and I didn't realize that I wasn't actually recording that part. So, oops on me. Sorry about that. That being said, we're still going to get these last few gold bricks that we do have recorded, and you're going to see us do it, including with a created character from a while back, Dire Aim, I think she has mental powers and a bow and arrow. And a little bit of juice from Beta Ray Bill, and we are done with the second gold brick here, and we can move on to the third gold brick. Just a little bit of jump into the air, and here we go. Okay, we're on the side of a building here, and you can see that we need someone who can activate a shield monitor, and we're also going to need somebody who's got some stealth. Now, if you wanted to be smart about this, you would notice that the Black Widow has both of these capabilities. But not knowing ahead of time what I was running into here, I decided to pull out Miles Morales for the acrobatics portion and the stealth portion. And then watched my jump button and my web button get confused. See, because now we're on the wall over there on the left. Now we're on the wall at the bottom of the building. And unfortunately, there's another shield monitor. And can't really do anything about that, so we're going to have to use the Black Widow, as I was basically describing beforehand. Oh well. Like I said, certain puzzles are designed for certain characters. This is clearly a Black Widow puzzle, as we still haven't figured out how to jump up and down these acrobatic ramps, despite the fact that this is the 134th episode of this, and we're now hours and hours into the game. You know, that's all good and fun. So that successfully unlocked the other part, but we still need to keep stealth and acrobatics. So this is still a Black Widow thing. To get up to the gold brick, and then, well, actually, sorry, we haven't gotten to the gold brick yet. Just to got to pull that lever. Or switch. And there's the gold brick down there. Got to keep stealth because there's still motion sensors all the way to the end. And there we go. And now we can head on to the next. Now this looks like your normal thing that you would just blow up, but it's actually not. It's ringed in the little red stuff, meaning that we need a character with mental powers to deal with it. And my go-to character with mental powers for much of the playthrough, at least when we were in the story mode and such, was the Vision. And that takes care of that gold brick right there. And it looks like there's another gold brick located right next to this one over here in an area that's going to require more stealth stuff. So we can easily just sort of get over there. Let's see if I've learned my lesson here. Well, it looks like I'm going to try this with the Stealth Iron Man suit, the Mark 16. Alright, that gets rid of the initial bars, but I still need to stealth. And because I'm Iron Man and not Black Widow, I'm just going to fly up the thing in stealth. And you can see that I'm ignored by the motion sensors and ignore all the sort of acrobatic stuff and grab the gold brick right there. And then we can head on out of this area by falling very gracefully. In fact, I'm not exactly sure how I pulled that off. Alright, finally coming down here, we've got a fish tank and a glass container with a switch in it, so we're going to need somebody who can deal with those sorts of things. And as we've done throughout the playthrough, when we've had the opportunity, since we had the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. DLC, we use Quake or Daisy Johnson in order to do this stuff. Got a couple of things to build here, and then we got to push this down, push that down, and we got to blow open this chest, which we can use the Iron Patriot's missiles for. So let's go ahead and do that. And there's the gold brick right there. And on to the next. Alright, here we've got a job for Spider-Man. We're going to pull this knob. Now this puzzle was pretty much Spider-Man designed. Even though the character may not have been originally intended from the game, and you can do this puzzle without Spider-Man. When you get into the computer, you just look to see where the X pops up, and then you make sure you precisely hit where the X is. So it kind of guides you as to what you need to do. As long as you don't hit it wrong, you'll be okay. And there's another gold brick right there for us. But, you know, the Avengers symbols, the computer stuff, pulling on the thing with a grapple, all this says Spider-Man. And the Spider-Man DLC is free if you own LEGO Marvel's Avengers. So that's exciting. And now here's on top of another building. There was a golden thing there that the Iron Patriot just blew up. So now we're going to send somebody through the grate. This is going to be Clea, the Sorceress Supreme of the Dark Dimension. And then she opens up the last part of the thing for us. And we're going to walk around the building and get there. And this is the difference between Clea and Doctor Strange. She does not have a gold breaking laser thing that she can do. But the Iron Patriot does, and that gets us another gold brick taken care of. And now, why don't we take some time to unlock the next row of people, including old Agent Carter, who we forgot to unlock last time. Ronan from Blade. There's an Ultron drone. Valkyrie from Thor's World, Mockingbird from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then we come to this little brick, which if you look carefully is not that hard, but I actually went past this area like 4 or 5 times before I figured out what to do here. So you can see that there's actually a dig spot here underneath this vent. So we will bring out the Black Panther. And that will open up the gold area, and we already have the Iron Patriot with us, so we can just go over here and cut through this area. And voila, just as simple as that. Made a ton more harder off screen where you couldn't see. And then we're going to head to the helicarrier where I wanted to show this off. This is what happens if you let Spider-Man hang from the ceiling while the elevator's going down. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense because the top of the thing shouldn't be moving. Anyways, now that we're in the helicarrier main command deck, there's a shield thing over here, monitor that we programmed that gave us access to a computer monitor. So we're going to go over there, and then we've got to get the little arrows pointed the right way. And we get them bang, 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 and then we can go and grab this gold brick. Now, the reason we're up on the helicarrier is because this is where the last couple of gold bricks are. We have cleared out the entire city of Manhattan of gold bricks at this point. We're just running around looking for the last couple of ones that we need in order to be done with this. Alright, here's a little dark area, which I didn't like the fact that there was no good lighting here because there's some fairly precise jumping it looks like you need to do. But we're going to use Spider-Man for this. So there are 3 of these little acrobatic switches that we've run across before. They're on each of the 3 platforms. And each one turns on a sensor that will allow us to get to the gold brick in the end. Alright, well, we actually did make that jump, sort of. So there's number 2, and then number 3 is going to be just facing on the other side. So we're going to web sling our way over here, and there's the 3rd switch. Alright, so now the last gold brick is over here, where we're going to have Sam Wilson in his Captain America getup fire the laser beam into one of these little nodes that we're used to, and it looks like the node on the left is the one with the gold brick. So the node on the right is not really important, but there is a purple stud there if you were curious about it. And that gets us the last gold brick. If you don't believe me, there they are, 250 of them. 140 of them from the Manhattan zone. So now, to finish things off, we just need to unlock the remainder of the character tokens that we've collected. Now, we've already collected all of them, we just need to turn them on. And so, since we have to go up in the elevator anyway, I'm going to use the elevator sequence as the unlocking area. All right, and no need for us to really switch to the Iron Patriot here. We're going to get Captain Universe, the Ironmonger, MODOK, Sentry, Vale, She-Hulk, Chase, Shatari Tourist. Change characters to the Falcon. Jack of Hearts, Shield Scientist, Classic Falcon, Cloud 9, The Collector, Finesse, Miss Marvel, Scar, all right, and now we're going to jump down off of this platform because this platform leads somewhere very specific that I want to go. I think you recognize it from the top view here. This is, of course, the former Stark Tower, now the Avengers Tower. And now before we walk in, we're going to unlock Cottonmouth and Justin Hammer, Count Nefaria, Firebird, Clow Henchman, Nebula, Wendigo, White Tiger, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, Komodo, Gargoyle, Crimson Dynamo, Crossbones, Gorilla Girl, Korvac, Nova, Crystal, Grandmaster, Curse, Odin, Striker, Swordsman, Wizard, in the other order, the other, Laufey, Grim Reaper, Damage Control, Hogan, Laura Barton, Taskmaster, X-Ray, Thanos, Leader, Dark Elf, Deathlocket, Lightspeed, The Protector, Thor Girl, Quasar, Loki in the Suit, Destroyer, Demolition Man, Hazmat, Lorelei, Jane Foster as Thor, Thunderstrike, Ragnarok, Hellcat, Ravage, Tigra, Red Hulk, and Diamondback. And with that, we've unlocked all the character tokens available in the game. We also have all the DLCs available for the Xbox 360, which means that we don't have the Ant-Man or Civil War DLCs. Darn. So now we're walking into the Avengers elevator, and we're going somewhere kind of cool. You should recognize this area, but there's all kinds of stuff that's visible here now. Here's all of our Hulk pictures. There's the Iron Man puzzle from the bottom of Tony's house. Some carrots. Yeah, and you can break a lot of the stuff, so just be aware of that. Here's President Bear from the Winter Soldier's Delusion. There's Black Panther's kitty cat. And there's a portrait back there of somebody, but I can't quite see it. I guess it's just too dark. There's the soccer goal and soccer ball. But yeah, this is the level. This area was used as the Tony Stark party level in the Age of Ultron storyline. There's an alligator with a laser beam on it. Fought those with Kamala Khan. There's a guy pretending to be a bartender, but not actually real. And here is something with a handle. So clearly we're going to press the handle, and there we go. It's disco party time. You can only hit that handle if you've unlocked 100% of everything in the game. You saw the Xbox achievement fire. So we've done it. We've finished the game. We don't have to mess with it anymore. It's an enjoyable game, but 134 episodes later, I'm kind of glad